Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce to you the Xiaomi Gamepad. It's a Bluetooth gamepad. It's compatible with Mi phones and tablets and other Mi hardware. And when I say Mi, it's the word it's spelled M-I. You can just check out those devices on Google, and you can check their website and see all of their devices. Now, what's so cool about this is that because this is a Bluetooth gamepad, it also works on regular Android, iOS, and Windows devices. Hey, it's Bluetooth, right? So what's good about this is that this particular Bluetooth model works up to 10 meters away from the device. So you can actually have this in your hand while you're sitting down in your couch, and up to 10 meters away from your big screen TV, you can actually use this controller. Now, off the bat, I mean, it is a regular size controller. It feels really good in my hand. These grips, although you don't see any rubber or anything, it's just a plastic matte finish. It actually feels very, very comfortable in my hand. It actually feels like I'm holding a Xbox One controller. Speaking of Xbox One, here's an Xbox One controller, and I'll be honest with you. I mean, it's an Xbox One controller, right? Premium stuff. But these little extensions here are not as big as on the Xiaomi controller. So for me, I actually have a better feel of the Xiaomi controller in my hand, strangely enough, because these are bigger and thicker. It's definitely designed for adult hands or big kids' hands. And as you get on every gamepad, you have two shoulder buttons, of course. The bottom one being the trigger type button, has a nice springy feel to it, perfect for first person shooter games. And then you have your top shoulder buttons, which feel very nice and springy. Now, what's good about these is that these don't make any noise. You have to be very careful when you're buying gamepads, because especially the cheap ones, sometimes it looks good, but when you press, they make a loud clicking sound, and to the average person, it may not be an annoyance, but an annoyance. Is that a word? Annoyance? It won't be annoying hearing that clicking sound, but after a while, especially if you're playing this you're playing this on a tablet, and you're in your bed next to your wife or husband, the clicking sound could be a bit of a pain in the you-know-what. But this, you don't have that problem. Nice quiet buttons all around. Now, it's a nice black finish. Nice, nice neutral color, so it can go with any of your devices if you're into color coordination. And as I said, this has all the same buttons that you would find on a regular gamepad. You have your, 4 action buttons here. We have your back button, which is, you find that back button like on your smartphone. This is like a menu button. This is your pair button. You actually press this to when you want to pair. So let me just press it, and you can see if you want to pair with a device, you just press that button. And here's your D-pad. Feels very nice and springy. And of course the analog knobs. These feel very nice and springy as well. And what's also important is that these buttons, you can actually press them as well, so you get that additional function. Because again, you get a lot of gamepads that have the nice analog nub, but they don't have that pressing feature, and this does have that. This also has the vibration mode, so yes, it does vibrate. It does have the force feedback feature as well. Now, speaking about comparison, again, here's its little cousin here, the Xbox One controller. Same button layout, obviously, but you can just get an idea of the comparable sizes when you compare the two. Pretty much roughly the same size, but these extensions here are a bit more bulbous and a bit longer, so it actually feels a bit more comfortable, this does in my hand, than the Xbox One controller. And there's a side view of the buttons there. Oops. Right, and here you can just look at the buttons here on the side. Pretty much very similar, right? Now, what's really good about this is that this is very low cost. This is way cheaper than the Xbox One controller. Now, it is also compatible, as I said, on Android devices, iOS, and Windows. One thing I would stress, as with any Bluetooth controller, make sure that the game or app that you're using on your device is compatible with the gamepad. For this particular video anyway, I did test it out on my 12.2 Samsung Tab Note tablet, and it works very well with my emulated games. I have PS1 emulation on the tablet, and I also have one of my favorites, Neo Geo, which I will show you in a second. And again, to pair, it's very simple, just like any Bluetooth device. Enable Bluetooth on your system. You just press this, hold it down, it flashes, they sync up, and then you can go ahead and start using it. Now it does feel very solid. It's not flimsy. It does have a nice professional feel to it, very rugged feel. Now it runs off of two AA batteries right here. These came with the unit. Of course, I'm going to throw them out in a second and put some real Duracells or some alkaline energizers in here. But it comes with, you can put regular batteries in here, two AA batteries. Now it weighs a mere 220 grams. That's like, two O. Henry bars. So it's very nice and light, so you can play games on this for hours and don't get tired. Anyway, enough talking. Let me show you some gameplay on my tablet here. a really, really good gamepad. I only have one concern, and it's that, you know, these don't light up in the dark. Only this button does. But apart from that, it is an excellent gamepad for the price. And again, I will stress again, for the price, it's an excellent gamepad. So if you're interested, please check the links below. You can get these off of GearBest at a really, really great deal. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. So don't forget to like this video if you do like it, and try and also subscribe, because there will be a lot more reviews just like this coming out in the coming days and weeks. So until next time, this is Richie signing off from Richie's Gaming Gadgets and Gizmos. I'm going to continue playing a bit more of my Metal Slug here on the Neo Geo emulator. Hey everybody, so I hope you enjoyed that video. Now I'm going to ask you to do two things before you leave. One, there's a button right up here on the screen to my right here. Click on that, and that will take you to our website, www.redtechbot.com. When you get on that site, there will be a button there where you can actually sign up for our newsletter. And when you do sign up for our newsletter by entering in your email address, you will automatically be entered into all of our tech giveaways. And by tech giveaways, these are some typical examples of what we will be giving away, and these are some examples. There's other stuff as well. And the good news is, you just have to enter your email address once, and it will automatically be entered into the pool every time we do a draw. And we will use that email address, of course, to contact the winner, to tell them, hey, you've won something, and it's really cool. And of course, the newsletter will have updates on tech reviews, what's coming up new, what's coming up next. New stuff in the industry, and even information on future giveaways, right? So it's really nice newsletter that we're going to be sending out. And one other thing is, on this side on the screen here, up here on my left, you click on that and you will subscribe to the channel. Now by subscribing, of course, you will be at the forefront of any new things that are happening, any new videos that are coming out. And what I will also be doing is I'll be doing videos where I'll be talking about what we're going to be doing as a next giveaway, right? So you want to be subscribed, tuned in to that as well. So it's going to be a fun year and fun years to come as well. So yeah, that being said, you guys have a great day.